Did you know that in a span of just 5 days, the Border Patrol processed almost 50,000 illegal migrants recently? This influx isn't solely from Mexico, despite sharing a border with the US. In fact, individuals from various countries worldwide are making their way to the US, which holds the record for the highest number of both documented and undocumented immigrants compared to other nations. Over 45 million people, or 13.6% of the US population, are immigrants. Specifically, about 10.5 million of these individuals are unauthorized, constituting around 3% of the total US populace. Public opinion on immigration, encompassing both legal and illegal aspects, has fluctuated over time. Polls have shown satisfaction rates varying from 23% to a dissatisfaction peak of 72% in 2008, a 41% satisfaction against 54% dissatisfaction in 2017, with the current figures standing at 28% satisfied and 63% dissatisfied. Interestingly, the eagerness to enter the US has surged, with the past year seeing a doubling in the number of immigrants attempting to cross the US border. Yet, many remain uninformed about the specifics of unauthorized immigration in the US, including the origins of these migrants. On today's episode of Journey Gemstone, we're exploring the sources of illegal immigration into the US. It's important to note that our discussion is grounded on data concerning border encounters, which include both apprehensions and expulsions. Since individuals might attempt entry multiple times, an encounter doesn't necessarily equate to the actual number of people trying to cross the border, but rather the attempts made. This information, while not directly revealing the number of illegal immigrants in the US, serves as a valuable indicator of their origins. Number 6. Nicaragua. Focusing on the origins of illegal immigration into the United States, Nicaragua emerges prominently as the 6th largest source country. This trend is driven by a combination of socio-economic and political turmoil within Nicaragua itself. Factors such as political repression, economic instability, and limited opportunities for advancement push many Nicaraguans to undertake the perilous journey north in search of a better life. The United States, with its promise of freedom and opportunity, continues to attract a vast array of immigrants from around the globe, making it the country with the highest number of both documented and undocumented immigrants compared to other nations. Currently, the US is home to over 45 million immigrants, accounting for 13.6% of the total population. Within this group, approximately 10.5 million are undocumented, constituting about 3% of the US population. The recent spike in border encounters, with nearly 50,000 illegal migrants processed by the Border Patrol in just a 5-day period, highlights the ongoing and diverse nature of immigration to the US. This scenario underscores not only the vast numbers looking to the US for refuge and opportunity, but also the complexity and variety of their origins, with Nicaragua standing out as a key contributor to the flow of undocumented immigrants into the United States. Number 5. Cuba. Positioned as the 5th leading source of illegal immigration to the United States, Cuba plays a significant role in the narrative of migration flows. The reasons prompting Cubans to embark on the perilous journey to the US are deeply rooted in the island's long-standing political turmoil, economic sanctions, and the lack of freedom and opportunities. These conditions have driven many Cubans to seek refuge and a better life in the United States, where they aspire for the freedoms and prospects that are severely restricted in their home country. The migration from Cuba to the US is part of a larger trend of immigration, with the United States being a primary destination for individuals from across the globe. The US is home to over 45 million immigrants, representing 13.6% of the total population, including approximately 10.5 million undocumented immigrants, about 3% of the US populace. This context highlights the significant pull factors of the US, including its promise of economic opportunity, political freedom, and social mobility, which are particularly appealing to those coming from countries with restrictive regimes and limited economic prospects like Cuba. If you found this insight valuable, don't forget to subscribe for more updates on immigration trends and beyond. Number 4. Venezuela. Positioned at number 4 on the list of primary sources of illegal immigrants to the United States is Venezuela. The significant flow of migrants from Venezuela to the U.S. is largely driven by the country's profound socio-economic and political crisis, marked by hyperinflation, shortages of basic goods, political unrest, and human rights violations. These dire conditions compel Venezuelans to seek refuge and better opportunities in the United States, hoping for a stable environment to rebuild their lives. The U.S., with its promise of freedom and economic opportunity, attracts Venezuelans who are desperate to escape the turmoil that has engulfed their homeland. The journey is often perilous and filled with uncertainty, but the prospect of a safer and more prosperous life in the U.S. motivates many Venezuelans to undertake this difficult migration. This trend underscores the broader dynamics of migration to the U.S., where people from across the globe are driven by various push factors, including economic distress, political persecution, and environmental disasters, to seek a new beginning in a land known for its historic welcoming of immigrants. Number 3. Guatemala. As we continue to examine the origins of illegal immigrants in the United States, Guatemala emerges as the third largest source. The migration from Guatemala is driven by a combination of factors, including but not limited to economic distress, violence, and political instability, as well as the impacts of climate change on agriculture, which is a cornerstone of the country's economy. Many Guatemalans embark on the arduous journey to the U.S. with the hope of escaping these conditions and achieving a better life. This migration trend reflects broader patterns of displacement in the region, where individuals and families are compelled to leave their homes due to a mix of socioeconomic and environmental pressures. The United States, with its promise of opportunity and safety, continues to attract a significant number of Guatemalan immigrants, both documented and undocumented. This flow of migrants from Guatemala underscores the urgent need for comprehensive solutions that address the root causes of migration at its source, as well as fair and humane immigration policies to manage the arrival and integration of immigrants in the U.S. Number 2. Honduras. Continuing our exploration of the primary sources of illegal immigration to the United States, Honduras ranks as the second major country of origin. The reasons behind the substantial flow of migrants from Honduras are deeply rooted in a combination of socioeconomic, political, and environmental factors. The country faces significant challenges, including widespread poverty, high levels of crime and violence, and recurrent natural disasters, which have a devastating impact on living conditions. These adversities compel many Hondurans to embark on the perilous journey to the United States in search of safety, stability, and better economic opportunities. The migration trend from Honduras to the U.S. is reflective of the broader dynamics affecting the Central American region, where individuals are pushed to leave their homes due to a lack of viable options for a secure and prosperous life. The U.S., with its promise of a better future, attracts a significant number of these migrants, despite the dangers and uncertainties associated with the unauthorized immigration. This movement is indicative of the urgent need for addressing the root causes of migration in countries like Honduras, including efforts to improve security, enhance economic conditions, and build resilience against environmental calamities. Number 1. Mexico. At the forefront of countries contributing to illegal immigration into the United States is Mexico, holding the number 1 position. This trend is deeply rooted in a blend of factors, including economic disparities, the quest for better employment opportunities, and familial reunification. The proximity of Mexico to the U.S. border significantly facilitates this movement, making it a primary gateway for migrants hoping to enter the United States in search of a better life. Despite stringent border controls and policies aimed at curbing illegal entry, the push factors within Mexico, such as violence, poverty, and lack of opportunities, persistently drive individuals to embark on the perilous journey northward. The socio-economic conditions in Mexico, combined with the established networks and communities of Mexican immigrants in the U.S., continue to sustain the high numbers of migrants. This complex interplay of factors ensures Mexico's position as the leading source of illegal immigration into the United States, reflecting both the challenges and aspirations that motivate individuals to cross borders in pursuit of a new beginning. This exploration into the origins of illegal immigrants entering the United States reveals a diverse tapestry of motivations and circumstances, driving people from their home countries to seek a new life in the U.S. From Mexico, with its deep-seated economic and social challenges, to other nations grappling with their own unique issues, The journey of each migrant is a testament to the universal search for safety, opportunity, and a better future. As the U.S. continues to be a beacon for those seeking refuge and prosperity, understanding the complexities of immigration is crucial for crafting policies that address the root causes of migration, ensure humane treatment for all, and harness the potential benefits of immigration for the country's future. The stories of migrants from Mexico and beyond underscore the global nature of migration challenges and the importance of international cooperation and compassionate policymaking in navigating this perennial issue.